Hi, welcome back to Captivating Makeup. So today we are looking at the new Adept Cosmetics Amy Loves collaboration. So I got the whole collection. I got the eyeshadow palette and the cheek palette. They are so pretty. I do have some ideas already from what I have seen on the internet and what I see with it before I even start playing with it. I already got some ideas of how I feel about it. But we are going to try them out. This is my first time trying Adept Cosmetics, so I am very excited to see how their formula goes. I have only seen them put out eyeshadow palettes before, so I'm very interested about the cheek palette. Sorry, I'm covering up the name, the cheek palette. So, like, subscribe, comment, whatever you can afford, and if you don't like my videos, I'll see you on the way out. Bye. All right, so I already have my base makeup on. We got eyebrows, we got foundation, really more of a skin tint. I'm really liking that Supergoop skin tint, that Protectint, but I'm really liking it so far. It's not as oily as I thought it would be, which is really great. But we are all primed and ready to go on the palette. So this is what the outside of the palette looks like. And this is what the inside of the palette looks like. So it's got some real pretty colors in it so far. Now, my first comment about this, and this is going to be really petty, because it's not about the formula, it's not about the colors or anything like that, it's the packaging. So I was kind of hoping that when I got this, that it wouldn't be textured. Like that it would have like almost like a glossy embossing over it, so it felt like sleek and shiny. And I do commend them for being kind of creative. I remember the Amrezy palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills had the same texture. But personally, I don't like the texture. It feels kind of icky in my hands. Like it feels gritty in my hands. And I don't love that. I do love the like raised Amy Loves right here. Like I think that is such a cool like little addition. And I do like the glitter. Like the glitter is unique, but I don't like the texture on my fingers. So if you have like a problem with texture when holding your palettes, you may want to consider that with these. If you can get over it, cool, but this is just how I feel. So my first thought on the colors. So I really like these like unique shades here. For example, Pisces, Lavender, and Indie have just these beautiful shifts to them, which I really like. And I really love this row of pinks up here. And I watched Amy's video, and she talked about there was not an issue, but a question everyone was asking was like, why did you put the same color, basically the same colors in this palette like 50 million times? And I see what she said. Like I definitely see what she is saying about the differences. So glam, stunning, caramel, and vibes are all very like similar vibes. Like they look like they have a similar base, but have different undertones. So this one's more of like a white silver. This is like a true silver. This one has more of a goldy shift to it, but still kind of has that like silvery look. And then this is more of like a platinum silver. So they all do look, ooh, there we go. That one was flaky, sorry. Just caught me off guard. I rubbed my finger in it and it's all flaky. All right, and then I'm just gonna swatch them for you so you can kind of see that they are different. So I feel like it's hard to see in the palette, like when you just look at it in pictures. I feel like it's really hard to see the difference. But if you look, this one has, first off, it's a flaky texture. Sorry. This one right here has a flaky texture to it. So it's interesting. It's got almost like a reddish pink base to it, but it's still that like silvery color. And then you got like a true silver right here. This one you see has that gold, and then that one has more of a platinum black like base to it. So they're definitely different. Like they're definitely not the same color. Like I wouldn't be worried about getting the same shades like 5 times over in the palette. I do admit they do feel like the same color, but they look way different, which I appreciate. That they at least do look different, that they're not just... Because they do, like I said, I even looked at the palette and was kind of like, oh, these kind of look similar. Like, why did she put so many similar shades in the palette? But I promise they are not similar. They do have their differences in coloration. My next thought on this one, I know I'm talking a lot, but I had a lot of thoughts when this came out. First off, I think this is stunning. I think it is a beautiful palette. I love these pinks. The shade Lavender and Pisces and Indie like really speak to me. But I did understand some of the concerns with the shades. And then my next one, I guess, was kind of the mattes. So for such like beautiful, colorful shimmers, I feel like the mattes are really boring. Mia Moore is interesting because it's like a grayish blue color. But the others are just very like basic. Now Scrunchie does have like a plum undertone to it, which is really nice. But I don't know. I kind of get the idea, like the feeling of it. So it looks like you have a bunch of neutrals. They're cool toned, but like you have like a basic setup of colors with a lot of impactful shades inside the palette, which is fine. This is her palette, so whatever she wanted to do with it, cool. I was expecting a little something different. I was expecting like a couple of like interesting matte shades, and like I said, that Mia Moore shade, the bluish gray, very pretty. But I don't know. I guess I expected something different. Looking at her content, I don't know if she I haven't seen a ton of her content. I have seen some. But I guess I was kind of hoping for a little bit more, like, diversity in mattes. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love a good, like, brown matte with, like, impactful, beautiful, like, shimmers. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be. And I think that's my issue. Not that I have, like, super big issues with the palette. It's just more of, you expect one thing and then you kind of get something else and you're kind of like, that was not what I expected kind of deal. And like I said, I wanted this palette. Like, I ordered it day one. Like, as soon as it hit the website, I went and bought my collection bundle. And like, I wanted this collection bad. So it's not a read, it's not a diss, it's nothing like that. It's just more of, I expected something different. I don't hate it, but the bigger concern is whether this works or not. And I care more about the quality than I do about the color story. Because color story, yeah, does matter. And if this color story is speaking to you, I think that is great. The color story spoke to me. I just wanted to kind of address some of those things. Maybe not super new. But I thought I would just address it to just kind of show you that I do understand what some people are saying and how I kind of felt about it. But I am excited to play with this. So I dipped into the shade 1997 right here, which is like a brown, like a cool tone brown shade. And we're just gonna swipe this all over the crease. So we're just gonna, ooh, okay. So maybe I need to pick up a little more because it's all, okay. So, oh, there we go. All right, so what I noticed to begin with is you can definitely start light and build your way up. So the mattes are not so pigmented that you feel like you're going to ruin your makeup if you don't blend properly. And they do blend out really well. So I am liking the fact that I can start out with a light base of color and then build it up to the opacity I would like it to be. So I definitely appreciate that. Because I'm definitely going in light to the palette. I'm not digging my brush in. I'm just lightly tapping my brush and just doing sweeping motions on the eye. All right. Okay. Then after looking at those two shades, I think I'm going to go in with the same brush into Billion Much, which is right here. And I'm going to put some on the brush. I'm just going to go under here and just kind of deepen this area out. All right. Like I said, seems to be going on well. It's not going on so pigmented that that it's hard to blend, but it's still showing up. There we go. We're gonna put a little bit more of 1997 in that crease just to blend a little bit more out. There we go. And then we're gonna go back into Billion Things. We're just gonna... Sorry about that, my camera cut off. Just loving that recently. But we're just gonna do the same here, and then we're gonna go back into the 1975. And my camera cut off again. But we're just gonna blend those two colors together so you can see the deepness at the bottom, but you can still see that 1975 shade on top. So far, so cute. So it's very... Sorry, I cut out twice. First, my camera ran out of storage, and then the mailman came with my mother-in-law's gift, and Shiva lost her ever-loving mind and was barking and like losing her mind, running around, things like that. So I thought I should like go fix that because I knew I was not going to get a peaceful recording moment if she was like barking in the background. But now that we're settled, we can get back to the makeup. So I know you probably want me to play with like Indie or Lavender or like one of these really impactful shades, and I want to play with them. But y'all know me. That pink shade. Pink and floral, I want to mix them together on my eyelid and use those. So pink's right here, and then this is floral, and I want to play with those on my eyes. So we're just gonna have to pick up with Indie and Lavender and all that on another day, but I do want to play with them. So mattes have been good so far. Like I said, I've never tried Adept Cosmetics, so we're gonna see how the shimmers go. Oh, okay, that is freaking pretty. And so I'm using tapping motions to press the eyeshadow where I want it. I'm gonna pick up a little more. Oh yeah, that is really pretty. I like that pink shade a lot. Like it is, I do like that these are not too creamy, because I feel like creamy eyeshadows don't stick on my eyelids as well, especially in the crease. But this one, it's like a mixture of kind of a creamy but like powder formula. It's kind of soft, but it's not super soft. Oh, my tape's coming up. And we're just gonna layer a little bit more because I cannot get enough of this pink shade. And then we're gonna go into Floral. And Floral is kind of the same. It's like soft, but it's not super flaky. It's not dry. And we're just gonna put it on the other side of the eyelid. So we have that. I think Floral is a little bit more impactful. I think it's also a darker color because it's more like a purpley pink. Oh, that is so pretty. And then we're just gonna smooth that out in the crease. I'm getting real tired of my camera cutting off on me. So we're gonna try and fix this up. So I'm gonna use that darker shade, that Billion Much, on the lower lid. Right there. Just kind of smoke it out a little bit. Just a little bit more in that corner. There we go. We're gonna do the same to the other side. I'm trying not to rush, but at the same time, my camera keeps doing things, and I don't want y'all to miss any of these. Like, I don't want y'all to miss a moment of this. There we go. So that looks pretty. Like, this is kind of what it's looking like right now. All right, I'm gonna go off camera for a minute. I'm gonna do some concealer, contour, mascara, and we'll be back for this blush palette because we are definitely using this blush palette today. All right, I'm back. I got contour on, got that mascara, got that concealer, and I did use this Lights Up shade in my corner. See that little blinding little ding? Yep, that is Lights Up. All right, so now we have the Amy Loves cheek palette. It's that same like glittery packaging. I feel like it's a little smoother than the eyeshadow palette. And it still has that raised little Amy Loves right here. And this is what the inside of this one looks like. So you've got this little pink blush here, this red blush, this light pink highlighter, and then this deeper pink highlighter. So I think I'm gonna go with Mishka, which is this pink blush. We're gonna tap her in. We're gonna be a little careful. Okay, I think I can put a little bit more on. All right. So as you can see, this is definitely a buildable formula. So just tap in and then start blending. So it's definitely not one of those, like, when you dip your brush, there's a ton of pigment. You can work with this one. I'm sure if I pressed harder, it would put more pigment up. See, there we go. So I was lightly dipping in because it is just my kind of thought process to make sure I don't go in with something like super crazy to begin with, like a light tap, since I am Miss Heavy Hand. All right, there we go. So that pink blush is very cute. You can definitely build it up, or you can keep it at the level you had it. I am going to build it up because I love a blush moment. There we go. All right. Blush is set. I think it looks very cute, very flushed on my cheeks. So I'm gonna go finish the rest of my makeup and we'll go on to the highlighter and then I'll give my final thoughts on it. Okay, finally, we're gonna do the Amy Loves palette and we're gonna do, I'm going to try something. So we're going to start in Athena right here. So we're just going to swirl our brush a little bit. Tap. We're just going to start here. We're going to do the same over here. And I'm going to try something. I'm going to dip into Aries, which is this darker pink. And then we're just going to blend it on up. And we're going to do the same over here. And there we go. Highlighter on. All right, so here is the final look. I'm gonna take off the clips for the full impact. There we go. And that is what the eyes look like. They got the two shimmers, the mattes. That's what the highlight is looking like. And the blush. Honestly, I think I created a really cute look with all of this. Hey, I wanted to give y'all an up-close look at it all. See, that highlighter is blinding. The blush is blending. And the eyeshadows look real nice. But let's get down to it. The palette. Though I understand why she chose the colors and why she chose the packaging. I think the colors are beautiful. I think the mattes blend out really well. And the shimmers are very impactful on the eyes and then the outer corner. And I think this filming session has not been great. I love y'all, but this, my thing keeps on getting interrupted. So we're going to continue. I think the shimmer looks stunning and is impactful. It blends all together really well. I think the colors go really well with each other. Though I wish there was some differences in mattes. And I wish the packaging was not as textured as it is. I don't hate what I created. It's cute. So far, I like. But of course, we are going to test it multiple times to make sure. And then this one. So I definitely say that the blush, I think, is not as impactful if you just dip your brush in. I definitely think you can layer it a little bit to get the pigmentation you want. The formula feels smooth. It's not get patchy anywhere. It's very smooth application. Definitely could build up for the impact I wanted, which was nice. Because I hate when a blush is too pigmented off the bat and you're struggling to fix it. Because now you have this big bright spot on your face. I am liking that. And the highlighter. I think the highlighter is also smooth. These are the two colors. I think alone, Aries would be a little too dark for me. I am very pale. But I think mixed with Athena, I think it made a beautiful ombre effect without being too casty on my skin. I like the colors, but you know, I am a very pink girly. But I also love this red. This red is very interesting. I can't wait to try this red. The highlighters almost remind me of the eyeshadow formula in texture. So it's not too creamy, but it's not too powdery either. It's kind of that mixture formula that I really enjoy. And it's not like piling up on my face. It looks very cute. Overall, I am liking this collection so far. I think this is not a waste of my money right now. We will see how she lasts through the day. And I guess for safety purposes, since I am prone to creasing, I am going to use my One Size Until Dawn mattifying setting spray, also waterproof. I'm going to spray it all over my face. And we are going to see if that helps, because if one size can't fix it, no one can. But that is all I have for y'all today. Tell me, did y'all get the Amy Loves collection? Did you not get it? Has this convinced you to go get it? I'll give an update, of course, on if this creases on my eyes, because we all know the biggest enemy in my life is creasing. Especially in this like eyelid, like in my crease area. We will definitely give an update on that. But thank y'all for watching. I really appreciate it. Please join me on Instagram. My username is Captivating Makeup, as it is here. But come check me out on Instagram. We have a lot of fun over there too. All right. I will see y'all later. Bye.